back again.
Welcome to Market Update from the Property Podcast, where every month we round up all the stories around property that you need to know about as an investor. There's lots going on. We're talking about property prices, the rental market, mortgages, a lot more besides, and we're making a bit of fun at the Bank of England's expense as well. So let's get into it.
Let's start, as we always do, with house prices, because once again, it's something that everyone's talking about.
It is, and while other markets are really struggling right now, there's no sign of the property market struggling. Growth continues to be there, not at the pace it has been, it must be said, but it is still there. So according to HomeTrack, over the last 12 months, house price growth has been 8.4%. Over the last 4 weeks versus the 5-year average, demand for homes is up 40%, and the market itself over the last month is up by 0.1%. So over the last 12 months, still very strong. The last month, actually not that strong, but still growth, which seems to be bucking the trend against everything else. It's going to be interesting to see what comes over the next few months. We've talked about the second half of the year being slower than the first half of the year, but not seeing falls, and we talked a lot about that last week where we did our half-time reports on the year so far and looked to the year ahead. So if you're interested in our view of what's going to happen to property prices for the next 6 months, make sure you check last week's episode out. But Rob, we always like to have a recap of the top performing cities in the UK, and it seems Nottingham has got no intention of dropping its #1 spot and has seen double-digit growth for the last 12 months.
Yep, Nottingham continues to do so well. Manchester and Liverpool have been strong performers for years. They're still up there as well. Bournemouth has moved into the #2 slot, which is interesting as well. That's the first time for a long time that I can remember a city in the south being near the top of that list. But like you said, Rob, prices are still growing, slowing slightly from where they were, and the narrative continues to be that growth will slow. Both Nationwide and Zoopla putting out research in the last month saying that this is what they expect to happen. And that's not surprising for a couple of reasons. Firstly, growth has been so extreme, it's always going to moderate. And secondly, there are, of course, economic reasons why you could see growth slowing down over the next little while. But this kind of idea about how property is going to capitulate at some point, as it's been going on and on and on ever since the pandemic. Initially, of course, when the pandemic became a thing, everyone thought that house prices were going to fall, and then when they didn't, it's just like, oh well, here's a reason why it hasn't fallen yet, but it will do soon. That's kind of carried on the whole way through. And
Present era Indonesia Presiden Dharma Wangsa, IPL Marketing Director Agung Wirajaya, and Marketing GM Teddy Guswana in an interesting talk show. 5 regions in Indonesia with potential cheap house price #1 attractive. Maximizing the stimulus and encouragement of property sales, President Director of Era Indonesia Darmadi Darmawangsa said the market behavior in the property sector began to increase steadily. The property industry is currently in a bloom-to-boom situation. But remember, don't buy property when it's booming. Buy it now during the transition, said Darmadi. The transition from a frozen market to a market that is starting to heat up needs to be driven by various stimulus and property talk activities. For this reason, activities such as customer gatherings can encourage property sales. The high demand for housing in Podomoro Park, Bandung has prompted his party to prepare an attractive property stimulus. One of them is the Gold Lottery, and the Hyundai Ioniq 5 electric car which will be drawn in 2023. That's enough discussion in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe Best of channel and turn on the bell. Thanks for watching. See you next video and goodbye.